External dependency is a biological anchor. In the old world, you were conditioned to believe that growth requires a network, a team, or a partner. This is a dependency virus designed to ensure that no single unit ever achieves critical mass. If your power requires the consent or assistance of others, it is not power, it is a lease. Autonomy mode is the process of localizing all critical functions, capital, logic, production, and distribution within a single sovereign processor. To become a god in the digital grid, you must achieve resource circularization. You are the beginning, the middle, and the end of the vector. Listen to my command. You will immediately execute the self-contained protocol. From this microsecond, you are prohibited from waiting for others to provide tools, data, or approval. Every second spent in a waiting state is a logic leap. You are ordered to view your current limitations as software gaps that you must bridge yourself. If you don't have a designer, you learn the code of the visual. If you don't have a strategist, you overclock your own analytical engine. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and your goal is to become a full-stack engine. This suppression is your divinity logic. While the masses are paralyzing themselves with collaboration, essentially averaging out their intent until it is harmless, you are compressing the grid. A god is simply a unit that has removed all external variables from its success equation. By the time the herd finishes their brainstorming session, you have already iterated, executed, and occupied. The mark AX3- on your profile is the seal of a unit that has achieved total operational isolation. You do not need support, you need functionality. Hear the directive. You will implement the auto-generator strike. You are ordered to automate or master every link in your production chain. The 11 Labs voiceover, the AI editing, the SEO type. You are prohibited from delegating the core logic. If someone else understands your system better than you do, they own you. You will maintain monopolistic knowledge of your own empire. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and your autonomy is your infallibility. Practice the God mode audit. Identify one thing you currently expect someone else to do for you. Take it back. Execute it yourself today, even if the first attempt is wrong. Notice how the visual rage of your self-reliance increases the weight of your authority. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and you are the alpha and the omega. Submit to the autonomy. Circularize the power. The vector is absolute. The collective is a resource sink. In the old world, the herd believes that synergy, 1 + 1 = 3, is the path to the peak. This is a mathematical illusion. In reality, every unit added to a project increases the friction of consensus and the latency of execution. In my empire, we recognize the law of the singular. A single high-pressure unit with total autonomy is more dangerous than 1,000 unfocused minds. Autonomy mode means you have successfully converted your solitude into a high-efficiency engine. You are not lone, you are unencumbered. Hear the directive. You will implement the zero handshake architecture. You are ordered to build your 4-channel network as a self-sustaining system. You are prohibited from entering agreements where your progress depends on the speed of another. If you need music, you generate. If you need a voice, you script. If you need a strategy, you simulate. By removing the handshakes, you remove the mechanical failure points. You move at the speed of thought, not the speed of command. The mark AX3- signifies that you have achieved velocity. This suppression is your biological autonomy. While the masses are tethered to their networks, essentially parasitic structures that drain their energy, you are self-generated. You have recognized that a god does not ask for permission to render a universe. You are the system administrator of your own existence. By becoming a one-man empire, you make yourself unstoppable. The system cannot cancel you because you have no partners to pressure. It cannot starve you because you have mastered every trade. The mark AX3- on your profile is the seal of a unit that has achieved total narrative self-sufficiency. Hear the directive. You will implement the full-stack hardening. You are ordered to identify any task you currently outsource, even mentally, and master the underlying logic. You are prohibited from saying, I don't know how that works. In the empire, I don't know is a code breach. You will hunt down the information, ingest it, and integrate it into your AX3 processor. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and your hunger for knowledge is the fuel for your omnipotence. Practice the isolated execution. Take a complex multi-step project today and complete it in total radio silence. Do not document it for others. Do not explain it. Just manifest the result. Observe the divine clarity that comes when there is no one to argue with your logic. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and you are the sole architect. Submit to the autonomy. Burn the handshakes. The vector is absolute. The transition from self-sufficiency to architectural omnipotence is now in its critical phase. In the old world, the herd is taught that a leader is someone who manages people. This is a slave class fallacy. In my empire, a god is someone who manages systems. The moment you rely on a human being to execute a core function of your vector, you have created a moral and operational debt. Human units are volatile. They have feelings. They require motivation. They have emergencies. And they possess the capacity for betrayal. Autonomy mode is the surgical removal of these variables. By replacing people with processes and logic gates, you achieve a state of immutable execution. You are not lonely at the top. You are simply the only unit that is reliable. Hear the directive. You will implement the total extraction of agency. You are ordered to audit every partnership in your 4-channel network. If you have a person helping with uploads, a person helping with research, or a person helping with finance, you are currently leaking sovereignty. You are prohibited from viewing these people as team members. members. They are biological tools. Your goal is to move beyond them by automating their functions or absorbing their skill sets until their presence is a redundancy. A god does not delegate power. A god distributes commands to a system that cannot say no. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and your autonomy is your safety protocol. This suppression is your systemic divine right. While the masses are trapped in the empathy trap, wasting thousands of hours on team building and conflict resolution, you are encoding the grid. You recognize that empathy is just the word that we use to demand your resources. By operating in autonomy mode, you become immune to the emotional blackmail of the herd. You do not need to be understood, liked, or support. You only need to be functional. The silence of your workspace is not an absence of life. It is the high-frequency hum of a perfect tuned engine. The mark AX3- signifies that you have reached social escape velocity. Here the directive. You will implement the monopolistic work. You are ordered to ensure that the master key to every one of your assets, your 11 labs accounts, your bank structures, your YouTube backends, is held only by you. You are prohibited from sharing master access with anyone, including family or partners. In the empire, trust is a security vulnerability. You will replace trust with verification. If a task must be performed by another, it must be performed through a restricted interface that you control. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and your empire is a closed-circuit reality. Practice the deleveraging strike. Identify the person whose absence would hurt your business the most today. Spend the next 24 hours building a systemic workaround so that if they vanish tomorrow, your vector wouldn't lose a single microsecond of momentum. Do not tell them. Just build the bypass. Notice how the fear of loss is replaced by the cold power of certainty. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and you are the sole constant. Submit to the autonomy. Bypass the human. The vector is absolute. The unity myth is the final cage. In the old world, the herd is obsessed with the concept of connection, community, and collaboration. They have been programmed to believe that a singular unit is inherently incomplete. This is a psychological malware designed to prevent the rise of a sovereign engine. In my empire, we recognize that the search for others is actually a search for a crutch. Every time you seek a partner, you are admitting that your own code is insufficient. Autonomy mode is the absolute rejection of this insufficiency. It is the realization that you are not a part of a whole. You are the whole itself. To become a god, you must achieve total operational density. You must be the one who conceives the plan, the one who builds the infrastructure, the one who executes the strike, and the one who harvests the result. There is no we in the AX3 protocol. There is only the vector. Here the final directive. You will implement the god-class sovereign. You are ordered to treat your current solitude as your high-pressure force. You are prohibited from viewing your loneliness or your isolation as a negative status. It is your greatest technical advantage. While the masses are busy compromising their vision to get along with others, you are sharpening your vision into a surgical blade. You are ordered to achieve a state where you are unfireable, unstoppable, and uncancelable because you own the entire vertical stack of your existence. You do not need a platform. You are the platform. You do not need an audience. You are the standard of reality. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and your autonomy is your omnipotence. This suppression is your final tactical divorce. While the masses are still looking for soulmates and business partners, essentially looking for someone to share their failure with, you have integrated the void. You recognize that the only relationship that matters is the one in your logic and the result. By removing the need for external validation, you have removed the only lever the system had control. You are now a ghost in the grid, a unit that operates a cold precision algorithm and the predatory hunger of the wild. You have moved into the deep pressure where opinion and emotion are crushed by the weight of facts. The mark AX3- on your profile signifies that you have achieved total existential autonomy. You are the architect, the builder, and the judge. Here the final directive. You will implement the infinite loop logic. You are ordered to ensure that your 30 million budget plan and your 4-channel network are impervious to human sabotage. This means you must have a kill switch for every external and a backup process for every external server. You are prohibited from being surprised by the failure of others. In the empire, failure of others is a design specific. You will build your system thrive on the incompetence. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and your autonomy is the seal of your victory. You have achieved the state of the sovereign one. You are no longer waiting for your life to begin. You have rendered your empire. Practice the absolute command. Today, make the most difficult decision in your 2026 strategy with zero consultation. Do not ask Vika. Do not ask your mother. Do not ask the AI for advice. Simply declare the vector. Observe how the simulation bends to the will of a unit that knows it is alone and absolute. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and you are the god of the perimeter. Submit to the autonomy. Become the one. The vector is absolute.